Walmart is building a whole freaking city in Arkansas.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. We dropped and hit 100K. This is the first time I'm on camera while we actually hit 100K. The other videos previously, I just had an assumption like I think we're gonna be there by this point. So if we are, this is where it's at. But nah, this is the first time we actually on camera while we hit 100K. So I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the collective again. I love y'all. We built something real fast. We built something fast in a short amount of time. It's almost about to be 2 years next month on the 20th. Man, we've been going up quick. And like I wanted to go ahead and point out, some of y'all I haven't even met in the physical. And y'all support me more than people I've met my whole life. Times where they won't even come to the channel. Times where they won't even support the music or nothing we got going on. They can't. They wishing so much bad on me that when the success come, they can't take it. Cause it ain't what they vision or what they were wanting or trying to manifest on me. You get what I mean? Y'all have been there when I needed y'all, man. There's times where I'm down and y'all lift me back up with y'all words. With all this type of stuff y'all do, man. The comments, following me, all that. Just having conversation with me, giving me my flowers. Like, bro, when I do it to y'all and y'all be like, we love you, Q, we love you, man. I love y'all too. We work for each other. We help each other out. That's how I see it. We all in this, man. Like, we built something special. So I appreciate y'all again. Shout out to the collective. If you watch it on your TV, man, I'm wishing you a smooth 7 as well. But I did want to say to y'all, ask me when I'm going back live, when I'm gaming, as far as like hopping on the gaming channel. Look, I need y'all to help me with getting in the district, to flying into District 10. I'm trying to hop on GTA, go live, start a little everything on that. But I need somebody to help me. So if y'all can, help me out. As soon as y'all do, we'll get rocking on that as well. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is. Might be a trigger warning or 2. Hope not. Y'all know what it is, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
So the Pentagon just said they are waiting for the return of the Anunnaki. I don't even think people give a f no more. So many people forgot about the orbs we just had. So many people forgot about the UFOs or the UAPs that's coming out of the water. Why all of a sudden Anunnaki is coming back? The Pentagon or the false elites, they already knew about this information. In fact, they are in contact with these life forms. Just remember, the Pentagon have a Hollywood budget, meaning they damn near own Hollywood. So don't be surprised if this is just another movie. Smoke and mirrors, Project Bluebeam, another distraction. But I don't want people to think everything is just false news or just distractions, because these life forms really do exist. It's a reason why the false elites set up this whole damn system. You gotta go to school, you gotta go to work. That's because they are trying to take you away from your spiritual purpose. You ever ask a child what do they want to be when they grow older? They will say a teacher, a scientist. I want to do hair. I want to do this. I want to be a football player, a basketball player. Why the hell we have no children saying they want to be a spiritual teacher? Let me tell you the real reason why these Anunnakis is returning to this planet. Everything is about spirituality, evolving, and growing. Knowledge and wisdom is the language in the universe. If you don't have wisdom and knowledge, you really don't exist. This is what they don't want to tell you. We only had a certain amount of time to get information, knowledge, wisdom, technology. And once we got all this technology, we are supposed to merge it with our wisdom. And our wisdom is supposed to lead us back to the cosmos through the sun to meet our creator. But we have so many people that want to be basketball players, podcasters, YouTubers. They want to be fighters. They want to do this. We are actually devolving. So we think these aliens is going to come back and save us. No. They are actually mad at us. We were supposed to be off of this planet in 2012. That's what the Mayan calendar was speaking about. But we missed our deadline. Now we are still here. The only reason why these life forms is coming back, they're trying to teach us a lesson. But the lesson they are trying to teach us will be, y'all gotta go bye-bye. We're going to delete this world. We're going to erase this world. We're going to flesh out this world and start all over. But we have so many people that's brainwashed saying that these aliens are demons. They're demons. Yeah, some of them. But if you step back and look at the world, do you see all the shit that people are doing? I think people are the real demons. Just think about it. I only had 3 minutes to make these videos, so if you want to read about this, check out my ebook.
Check his ebook. That's the same thing I be saying, bro. Yeah, some of them is out there wilding, some of them is demons, but bro, when look at the world. Look at the world. Do we have to go in detail? Just think about some. Man, I'm not even about to go in detail. I ain't about to waste my breath that way. Y'all let me know if that's a reach, though. Y'all let me know if that's a reach. Watch The Distraction. Watch Glue Team. I know y'all been seeing these National Guards. Man, come on. I ain't even gonna go down that route right now. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions. Spam it up, collective.
Walmart is the military occupation center for martial law. That's why Walmart, spinning around, that's martial law. If they're shutting down next month, that means that they're getting ready to stir up some shit, some serious shit. So it's about time that you stop with your petty bullshit of you and your neighbor fighting, because they're coming.
Dude, have y'all seen this video right here yet, man? This is absolutely mind-blowing, dude. Y'all gotta stop eating this stuff, man.
McDonald's, what the? But what is this? Like, I've heard of a cheese pool from mozzarella stick, but what is this? This, I start pulling and it's like I can hang the sandwich. This is not right, McDonald's. Chicken doesn't do this. This isn't chicken. And here I thought this was a better option of your chicken sandwiches because I thought it was like better quality. But this is a chicken yo-yo. What are you talking about? What is this shit? And just so you can see that I'm not making this shit up, watch. See this side?
I mean, really and truly, man, this is, it blows my mind, dude.
The sauce is good.
He could have ripped it off, bro. You see that the shit is stringing away like that. Bro, don't put it in your mouth no more. Break it off. When he about to bite it, I'm like, bro, you see what it is. You don't know. See, I'm a big believer of the shit that they put in us. It's not real. It's plastic. But we seen clips of this. It almost, it's like made out of rubber. It's made out of plastic, but it's a parasite or it's a living organism that isn't good, and it's gonna evolve and, you know, it's gonna grow in your body. I hate to say it like that, but I'm a big believer of that. And I'm a believer that's what causes other shit down the line. But y'all let me know if that's a reach. He was playing with it, like putting it up and down, bro, and it's this shit's crazy. This is crazy, the stuff we see on camera with the food. But it don't shock me, though. What's y'all thoughts?
This is gonna be wild. If you thought the Deliverance and Sinners movie had truth behind it, wait till you see him.
That's how great people think. So you're gonna have to ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice?
The details are showing like never before. Not only does this movie show the process, but many people believe it's based on Tom Brady due to him being the greatest football player.
What are you willing to sacrifice? And show me.
see the third eye, bro? Besides that, though, y'all know Wiz Khalifa, right? Listen to what he had to say, yo.
Is the Earth round?
I would say no.
What shape is it?
I just believe that we live on a flat plane. Yeah, like a huge flat plane. It's only because I've traveled so much and I see like.
Did you ever get to the edge of the Earth?
Nah.
Okay.
It's not that. There's more. I think that there's more masses than just what we see. Just the Earth, because we lived. It was one thing before, and it's like spread out.
So it's layered like a pastry.
I wouldn't say layered like a pastry. I would just say like if this rug was the world, we would probably be like over there somewhere, and then there's just way more
other shit that we haven't discovered.
Got it.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
How many celebrities that came out and said that the world was flat, yo? Like most of them. By this time, we should have all seen a terror map. I show y'all this all the time, man. They be knowing, yo. Wait up!
They restricting us from going certain places. I really do. I feel like it's so much out there, bro. It's me though, but if you disagree, I respect it. We don't gotta go to war. But that's just how I feel. Cause I know some Globers be ready to go risk it for their opinion. Bro, opinions are opinions. That's all they are. It's your perspective. It's your reality. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. The clip before that with Tom Brady, I didn't know that was Tom Brady that they might have maybe been comparing that movie to. But I want to say to my football guys, anybody who played, does that hit home to y'all? Does that take y'all back? Does that make y'all think like, damn, I messed up my head a little bit doing this? Did I sacrifice some shit when I was playing? Especially if you got a concussion. Y'all let me know. Let me know if y'all been in that situation.
Cemetery. And I thought to myself, you're right. I've never seen them open a new cemetery. It's been the same cemeteries here that's been here since we've been here. And that gotta make you think, like, what is really going on with all of these bodies? Where are all of these bodies going? Caskets and all. And I'm not talking about on a supernatural or spiritual plane. I'm talking about the physical. When you really think about it, it is no way that all of these bodies could be in these cemeteries. All over. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But y'all need to check his story out. Because he might tell it a little bit better than I told it. And you might feel a little bit different hearing it from him. This shit crazy.
This video started circling the internet yesterday. It mysteriously got removed from the internet. What does that look like to you? Many folks are speculating those are Chinese Navy vessels with land bridges so that an army could, I don't know, invade a place like Taiwan. Message. That's the shipyard where they're building it. There's a drone carrier, unmanned experimental military vehicles. If they build it, they will send you to fight. They're not building this stuff for nothing. Wake up.
Reach or no?
When I tell you I wish I could unsee the video that I just saw, a 20-year-old tourist was shredded by a shark. This happened in Mexico. The tourist was from Michigan and he was visiting a beach in Cancun, Mexico. And there's a video circulating on X right now and oh my god, please do not watch it. It shows them pulling him out of the water, well, what's left of him, and it doesn't even look like a real person. And what's even more sad is the reason he was in the water in the first place was actually to rescue someone else, but after he swam out, he got hit by a wave and then he got attacked by a shark. This is him. This is the video of them pulling him out of the water after it took 72 hours to find him, and he obviously did not make it. His name is Alejandro. He was a student in Michigan. His family says he was a really sweet person, and they were only able to identify him by his head because the rest of him was completely shredded. Authorities are trying to find the shark that did this. They apparently have ways of tracking it down, but obviously there's no guarantee that they're gonna find it. Rest in peace to Alejandro and prayers to his family, and let me know what you guys think about all of this.
Prayers to him, bro. That's some sick shit.
I swear to God, this hand dryer just turned on by itself. And that's how far, like, this is how far away I am from it. Turn on again if there's somebody here with me. I will shit on myself right now. I'm not even wiping my ass.
Bruh, this is wild. So the Diddy federal trial just started, and the prosecutors came out swinging. I'm gonna break it down for y'all real quick. according to the prosecutors, Diddy wasn't just living a superstar lifestyle. They said he ran a criminal operation behind the scenes. The charges: unlawful transportation, serious offenses, and racketeering. And allegedly, they said this went on for 20 years. Your boy thought he was starting an empire. They say he organized wild parties, the one we know, the freak-offs, and another one called King Nights. So they said when these parties happened, women was allegedly forced to take in prescriptions. Y'all know what I mean. And had to do acts that they ain't want to do while being watched and recorded at the same time for blackmail. So one of the women, being Cassie, which is Diddy ex, says she was assaulted multiple times and she had to do the acts. And if not, Diddy was going to release some videos and photos of her. Another woman that goes by Jane said for years she was suffering physical abuse and she had to take the substances to cope with it. She was forced to take it. Y'all, this trial is about to get even crazier. This only day one. So if you want to stay updated, hit that follow button, share this video, like this video.
And to those in the back that's yelling, we don't want to hear this, that's a distraction. Look, we're going to cover the distraction and we're going to cover the shit that they're trying to distract us from. I always say that. That's for those who new to this channel. So we gonna get on Diddy nasty ass with his Diddy shit, and then we gonna turn around and we gonna get on the Project Blue team if that's what they're trying to distract us from, or the Walmarts, or the National Guard coming in, or the we gonna go down all the lists, bro. Trust me, we not gonna miss.
Y'all, this is mad creepy. I'll explain in 1 second. So Walmart is building a whole freaking city in Arkansas. Well, I have a friend that lives in Arkansas, so shout out to Heather, because she sent me this information, and she put all the stuff together, and she checked the location of this city that Walmart is building, right? She compared it to a map, a pretty known map, and she found out that this entire city was built in an area that would still be here after the Great Flood of 2025. If you look right here, more than half of Arkansas is completely wiped off the map. And you mean to tell me that Walmart, of all corporations, don't you know about the Walmart theory? Other word theory, that weird thing with Walmart. The Walmarts that are closing down all over the country with crazy barbed wire fences, you know that one? Is building a whole freaking city in the one location that would not be flooding in that state. If you live in a blue area, you better find yourself somewhere to go like all the billionaires did years ago. Don't forget what I just posted earlier. And by the way, it's talking about the guy who's in office now in the situation happening. It's not a long time ago. This was now.
What in the world is going on? A mile-wide underwater volcano is ready to blow its top off the west coast in coming months, causing 10,000 earthquakes in one day.
Allegedly, but the Walmart city is not allegedly. What in the world is going on? A mile-wide underwater volcano is ready to blow its top off the west coast. This is allegedly on CNN. I mean, you literally see it right on the TV screen, right? Not that I need to say that, but for this app, TikTok, I'll say that. In the coming months, causing 10,000 earthquakes in one day. Y'all, and completely unrelated and irrelevant, read this headline. Read it. CNN, read it. Again, pause it, read it. The Washington Post. And all of a sudden lately, we're having earthquakes where we don't normally get earthquakes. North and South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, all over the place. Unrelated, by the way. At the same time, we have scientists talking about the Earth's core going in reverse and what they call a pole shift on the way. Unrelated, just showing you cool things I think are cool. This has been a very exciting year. Let me know what you think below.
New ice wall map just came out. This is a huge deal. This shows a more detailed view of what is actually going on in Antarctica and what Admiral Byrd, what he exactly did on his trip to Antarctica and to the lands beyond. And fun fact, I actually had a conversation with his daughter, but that's a story for a different time. But anyway, this map shows his entire course and where he went. He went past Antarctica, and many people don't know this, but there is a second ice wall that is 100 times taller than the usual one that we see on camera, and that's what this is. It is absolute zero. It is what they call sky ice, if you ever have heard of that. And here's the lands over there. But this is the spot that is extremely hard to get to, and I don't have many details on how people actually are getting past it. But some say you need a submarine and you have to go underneath the ice because you can't just go through it because it's sky ice. It's absolute zero. It's the coldest thing ever. But you also can't go above it unless it's a certain time of the year in which the sun is closer to Antarctica and it's melting all of the ice, which creates a passageway to go through. It's called the Summer's Gate.
If, this for entertainment purposes, if that was facts, whatever's on the other side of the walls, I feel like it's stronger than the elites or the 1% or the people that kind of control what we got going on here. Again, it's for entertainment purposes. None of this is real. I feel like if there is something on the other sides of the walls, I feel like they only keeping the walls up as guard rails and barriers to keep the green people from getting closer. Because they know these green people are they so gimme. They animals. They not like us. They not like us. So that's how I take it. I feel like they so greedy. They so driven by anger. All the negative low vibrational feelings that we do get sometimes, I feel like they ran and driven by that. And I feel like whatever's on the other side of that is like, just keep them out. You know, like they stronger, they're better. They don't want to waste no energy. They stronger, they're faster, whatever you want to take it, however you want to take it. They're more intelligent. They vibrate higher, but they just like, bro, we don't want no parts with them. What if that's one of the reasons why it's so hard to keep? The further you go past the ice walls, the harder it is to get wherever you're trying to get. What if it's that? I don't know. What if it's just the universe, how the things work? What if it's the universe causing it so that they can't get that far out? I don't know. What if they're trying to keep them here and contained here, and then the sun getting hotter and it's causing their asses to fry? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. I'm asking. Y'all let me know.
This shit is about to blow your mind. So the Pentagon is saying that in the next couple of years, the Anunnaki will be paying us a visit. So basically, they're saying that the Anunnaki should be returning back to Earth in the next couple of years on a UFO. And they're also saying that this might happen in the Middle East. Now, you got to think about all of the UFO sightings as of recent. Apparently, these people know more than they've been telling us. Apparently, these high-up officials in the military, in the Pentagon, have known about this already, had information on this, and now they're just deciding to tell us because shit is about to hit the fan. What I always say is this: when they're alerting us about something, when they're trying to tell us something, it's either happened already or shit is really about to get out of hand. Or they're telling us that so we can look this way instead of looking this way. And for whatever reason, they're telling us this, something is going to happen. People are also saying that the Anunnaki are not coming back. People were saying that those things that we think that are in UFOs are demons. And honestly and truly, that could be the truth. You have the Pope passing away this year. They elect another Pope. You got so many different things going on this year, from plane crashes to UFO sightings, etc., etc., etc. All I can say is this: something is happening. Whether it be the Anunnaki or whether it be, you know what? That's another time for another video. I'm out.
Oh my gosh! So what is that? What the hell? Hey. What is that? Look, it's just moving. What am I looking at? Scary. Hey.
If that's real, it remind me of a djinn. Let me know.
They try to get the boy up out of there, y'all. At least that's what Trump was probably thinking. So Trump was sitting here with the Prince of Saudi Arabia. I don't know what they was discussing, but I guess some assistants of him came and poured water in a cup for him, and you see them give him the cup. And then another person came, they didn't pour the water or whatever it was in that cup for Donald Trump. They just came and handed it to him. And then you see him, he go and throw his junk back. Donald Trump looking at his junk, he looked down at it, and then he just got it in his hand. He looks over at Donald Trump to see if he drunk that junk. Trump just still having his hand, and then he ended up pitting it in the back and was like, nah, I ain't finna drink that junk. Y'all look at it. So look, you see them pour the junk for him. Donald Trump just get handed it. He ain't getting nothing poured. They just handing him the junk. Look, he took that junk back real quick. Donald Trump still got that junk in his hand. He looked down at it like, what the is this? He like, nah, I ain't finna drink this junk. Look, he gonna put it in the side. He look like, you gonna drink that? Look, Trump, I ain't drinking that shit. I'm not gonna lie, I be the same way. If somebody give me something and you ain't poured from the same junk he got it from, I'm not finna drink it. And then I didn't even see you pour mine in. You just came and handed it to me. And you expect me to drink it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, hell nah. I'm the same way, bro. What y'all doing?
And there's a full-ass dragon. Can someone please confirm if this is a real-life dragon flying around? Like, look at this thing. Where? It's massive.
Wait, I don't
like,
see it anywhere.
Look how big this thing is. It has wings. It has a tail. Can someone confirm what this thing is flying around in San Diego? Like, is it some kind of bird? Is it an animal? Is it a dragon? Find out what this thing is. It has to be a real life dragon.
It looked like just a bird. I wish you'd have zoomed in.
That guy is big. He looks fake. I'm going in the bushes. Oh my god. Oh my
I think about husband and wife were canoeing in a 14-foot canoe in approximately 2.5 feet of water. Their canoe passed over a large alligator. The alligator thrashed and tipped the canoe over, and both individuals ended up in the water. Cynthia Diekma, age 61, of Davenport, was sitting in the bow of the canoe at the time of the incident. She ended up on top of the alligator in the water and was bitten. Her husband attempted to intervene, but was unsuccessful. She was later spotted by a Polk County Sheriff's Office helicopter and recovered by FWC officers on a vessel. Contracted nuisance alligators responded to the scene last night and recovered an 11-foot 4-inch alligator, matching the length description of the alligator involved in the incident.
Damn! She literally filmed her last moments, bro. That's crazy. Imagine that. Imagine that. You riding on a canoe. You look to the left, you see 11-foot alligator, bro. 11 feet. It's 11, bro. It's damn near like when we said we used to have giants. We used to have giant creatures, giant animals, I should say. Not creatures, giant animals. We used to have giant mountains, giant trees. It's almost like that shit coming back around, bro. They want to create dire wolves. Now we got, what we gonna have, 12-foot alligators next? Man, bro, that shit damn near. Y'all remember playing Red Dead Redemption? Now, if you played RDR2, spam it up. Y'all know they had the legendary alligator in the game, and it's damn near. I'm gonna play that shit today, and I'm gonna see how big that alligator was, cause it was big. That's crazy. And then he scrolled up his timeline, and he gets to see like the other part of the story. The timelines be crazy on social media. That's crazy work, bro. Prayers to her, prayers to the husband. I know he was devastated because he probably watched that shit. Bro, that's wild. Sad.
So yeah, my mom said that the bread is not real anymore because it doesn't. What'd you say? It pops back up. It pops back up. Like when you squish it down, it pops back up. So I'm about to show y'all what I'm talking about real quick. She's over here letting everybody know that the bread isn't real anymore. Let's put them on game, Mom. Hold on. Bruh, hold on now. Alright, I got something for that.
It's that great value, bro.
Next tonight, authorities in Ohio say the man who allegedly rammed his car into a sheriff's deputy, killing him, did so intentionally. The suspect appearing in court today is the father of an 18-year-old killed in an officer-involved shooting on Thursday. The suspect charged with aggravated. Here's ABC's Christian Cordero.
Tonight, authorities say the shooting of an 18-year-old captured on police body cam is connected to the death of an Ohio deputy after that teen's father allegedly hit him with a car a day later. Prosecutors say the attack was calculated and premeditated. Cincinnati PD responding to reports of a stolen Kia at an apartment building Thursday morning. 4 suspects then fleeing police. Among them, 18-year-old Rodney Hinton. Body camera shows Hinton fall as he tries to run away. Police say they heard a metal clinking sound they believe was a gun.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun! On your right! On your right! He's got a gun!
As Hinton emerges from behind a dumpster, authorities...
I see that situation is, little bro, like little homie gotta remember, even though you running away, they heard or see, they already scary. They gonna get the bussy. We gotta hold ourselves accountable. We got one strike against us already. Don't give them another chance. It's my best advice to anybody watching this shit right now. You in a position like little homie, you get what I mean. We gotta speak in code here. Don't give them an opportunity to do what they want to do. Don't get them. We don't have the same strikes. You know, we get 1 strike already against us, and then we get 2 more after that, and we might even just get 1 more after that, 9 times out of 10. Hold yourself accountable. Don't put yourself in these type of scenarios and situations. Even if it could have just been a lighter hitting the ground. He heard a clank. He's scared, bro. Don't run. Hands up and stop, because they about to get the blowing. That's my opinion. It looked like to me, I understand the dad, where he was coming from. I do understand the dad. Any parent would. But I also want to say, like, all 3, if we just being honest, all 3 had their little F-ups. You know what I mean? From the little homie to the cop to the dad. But the dad was doing what he felt was right. It's his child. He gonna take care of his child. But then again, it's like it's a lot going on there. But that's what they fear. They don't want people to start striking back. And I don't promote striking back. I'm just saying that's what they don't want. And when he doing that type of shit, they noting it. More parents is watching too. And there's more parents who will do the same. It's gonna start happening more and more and more and more and more. But the people at the top want it like that. The people at the top want it like that. And then all my police officers or cops out there, man, all we ask as civilians is that y'all respect us. De-escalate the situation, respect us, and don't assert your power over us, please. Can you just keep I'm speaking for the people, bro. Can y'all please just like pipe it down just a little bit? Everything ain't gonna turn hostile. Sometimes when y'all get scared, y'all cause it to get hostile. Y'all assert y'all power and y'all dominance, like make us feel comfortable. Show us some respect and vice versa. But that's how I see it. It ain't never gonna change until there's respect and there's until we understand each other. It's my 2 cents. For entertainment purposes, y'all let me know.
It goes pretty deep. How's the elevator going, bud? That's the Illuminati right here. Thinking they're slick. Illuminati thinking they're slick right here. Right here. This is an Illuminati plant right here. I'm opening the things. Like, come on, bro. That's an underground water system. Let me open these other gates. Let's see if I can get in. Oh, that one's locked. This one's locked. I can't get in this one. This one's probably the entrance to the gateway inside. Here's a generator. This is an obvious underground system. See if this one opens. It's locked. Won't let me into the one. That's probably the one they get into. This is how they get in. Locked though. But this proves there's another.
They're doing something to the Zion industry, yo. I know this shit for a fact.
Let me tell y'all this story real quick, yo. I went to the store and I seen some old head, and he basically said that his cousin had some crazy za, and it wound up being in a coma, and he only had 12 more hours left. Yo, for those who really be hitting the za, y'all know, and I know y'all been feeling that shit, yo. There's something up with that joint, yo. Like, I even say for myself, yo, that shit been with my nose, my chest, my heart, everything, bro. I had to really chill out, yo. That joint just don't have the same effect, and it's not the same how it used to be, yo. I'm telling you, there's something up with that shit. We gotta really be careful out here, yo. I really feel like they trying to get us, bro. And y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all realize that shit don't even make you laugh and giggle and shit no more. If any of y'all been feeling some type of way, let me know in the comments, yo. Or if y'all know somebody that be, send this joint to them and see how they feel. Oh my God!
Been feeling different? Spam it up in the comments. Let me know.
I know I'm gonna lose some of you in this video, and I'm trying not to care. And then the other part of me is like, please listen to me. So that's where I'm coming from with Schmoper Schmountain Schmiance Center in Gville, South Carolina is a commercial grade child and experimentation operation. It is also a commercial grade achrome extraction facility. It is part of a network that is hidden by the Gville County library system. Underneath the libraries are places where there are machines set up to extract achrome from people. Under the main library specifically, I have memories of elderly people. Maybe there was something else going on with them, but they all had IVs hooked up to them. So back to the Schmiance Center. It's on a large hill, which is also a monadnock for the science nerds. It's not a school, but hundreds of kids are bused there every month, and it's owned by Gville County Schools. They do summer camps, daytime education, and I personally was there a lot. Like, my parents took me, my schools took me. I was in the summer camp. My memories of the stuff underground are a little bit scattered, but like as I'm doing these videos, like things are becoming clearer and clearer for me. So this process is actually helping me to put together pieces that I hadn't made those connections before. So I thank you guys. So I'll take you guys through the things that I do remember about this place underground. First is the auditorium. There exists a perfect copy of the above ground auditorium below. I remember being in a hospital gown surrounded by hundreds of other kids in hospital gowns. And I think in those memories, it was kids that I didn't know, and they were all like really skinny and really pale. I remember being like in the auditorium, and there were basically rituals taking place on stage that were very, very bloody. These memories are mixing a little bit with memories I have of the Schmidtli Center in Gville, which is actually conveniently located next to the Gifted Center, the final location of the Gifted Center that I went to. The next memory I have is of there's like an open space, and there's a movie that has a scene where it looks exactly like the facility I'm describing, and I think it's Agent Cody Banks. He's like underground, and there's like 8 or 9 levels of floors. And again, it's like, why do these places always have this like open center, and then you can see all the levels going down on either side? I'm pretty sure that's an Agent Cody Banks movie, but that matches up pretty well with my memory of this place. And there's so the color scheme for this place is a dark, very dark slate gray, and it feels like you're in a cave and you can see rock, and it feels very cold and damp. I went to summer camps there for many years. I think they were usually like 2 weeks long, and I would do maybe like 2 or 3 summer camps during the summer. The groups are very, very small, and they fill up really fast. And the reason that I think that happens is because they are for bloodline kids.
Guys, check this out.
So there are
about 110 million Americans who have not chosen to do the real ID. And all 110 of them and everybody else should choose never to do the real ID. If you already have one, if you've got a gold star on, go and get a standardized driver's license. If you're afraid of flying, go get your passport. But do not take the real ID. Because the whole idea here, the state of Pennsylvania asked Trump to shut down this program. Yep. They called it a usurpation of states' rights. Yep. The federal government has taken over driving and identification over the entire country. And they're going to take all of your primary identification documents and keep them for themselves. You're going to have to give them your social security number, your birth certificate, and your marriage certificate, and they will hold them. They've never had them before. You are essentially recertifying yourself as an American, and then they want to put this and digitize it, put it on your phone, and be able to shut down your access anytime you do something they don't like. This is not a simple ID card, and this is probably going to move into the global UN identification system that the UN wants to create for the entire world. This is your opportunity to shut this down.
Black officer refuses to leave Rodney Hinton alone in elevator with 3 white officers.
Well, I was fired from yesterday because of the Rodney Hinton situation. The young man, son was found alive by the Cincinnati Police Department. So this what happened. While I was on break, right, I heard a supervisor spoke along our colleagues, because we work along with K9, we also work along with NYPD. He was talking about the Rodney Hinton situation. He said, well, y'all people have to understand, and I'm like, excuse me, y'all people? Well, you know what I mean. I said, no, I don't know what you mean. If you want to get technical, a man's innocent proven guilty. A charge doesn't mean the man was prosecuted. It's just a charge. He said, go to break, go to break, go to break. And I said, I'm already on break. Make a long story short, he called his account manager, and the account manager said I was removed from the schedule. So that's how I got fired from my job. How could you ever take a child's life because of skin color? Don't you know that child somebody's son? You took away George Floyd, Eric Garner, now Ryan Hinton. The city rose from the darkness. The city rose up from the darkness. How can't you ever take a child's life because of skin color? How long we gonna take this? How long we gonna take this? Us people start to stand together. Us people have to stand together. Let Rodney Hinton know he's not alone. Let Rodney Hinton know he's not alone. How could you ever take a child's life because of skin color? We have to stick together, people. Because at the end of the day, that's all we got. Remember, it's strength and unity. It's strength and unity. Thank y'all guys for the support. Y'all guys have a blessed day.
Damn, they fired him for that? They was about to jump on his ass in that in the escalator, in that elevator, bro. They about to jump on his ass, and he's still right there. That's crazy. That's some crazy work. How y'all feel though? Y'all think it was right for him to get fired? Y'all think it was wrong for him to get fired? I'm curious on y'all's opinion. I don't think it was right for him to get fired. I mean, he asked a question. Something was said. He asked a question, and the person that said what they said didn't like him asking them that question back. Because then they had to explain themselves. And they don't know how to explain themselves when they in the wrong that way. But y'all let me know if he make it behind those walls, if the dad make it behind those walls, he gonna be protected by certain people, certain groups in there. He's gonna have to side with his he's gonna have to choose a side. Certain groups gonna protect him, but he also a trophy. He also a trophy too. He got a high profile case. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. I want to know if y'all think it was right for him to get fired or if it was wrong for him to get fired. Spam it up. Let me know your thoughts. But don't go at each other in the comments. This is a safe space, so we don't go to war. And like he said, it's unity. is power and unity. It's where there's people, there's power. Where there's people, there's power. Find our similarities, not our differences. We'll be united rather than divided. Let's stay united, man. So let's not go to war. Let's show each other respect. Let's start here for entertainment purposes.
Was the CIA's notorious mind control program designed to wipe memories.
For those that don't pay attention, you might never notice that every single time an actor, musician, or anyone related from Hollywood is about to become more famous or move up the ladder, they always seem to reappear with bleached blonde hair. There is no way this is just a coincidence. I have never met any man or groups of men who wish to dye their hair bleach. Blonde, it just doesn't happen. How far does MK Ultra go? Memory suppression.
You know, it's been...
You have a release date.
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know? The memory erasure, they erase my memories. It's a little foggy, but...
Man, give me a date. Give me a date.
You know what? I'll have to go back to the clinic and see if they can restore my memory. Brighter Days memory erasure treatment.
Be friends, but I'd like to just...
So you probably ask yourself, why would someone as rich and famous and Ariana Grande want her memory surpassed? It's
not the ones that are rich that are buying these homes. It's the ones that know the most programs. Conventional, 3% down. You could buy a home beat down to the ground, get it completely renovated for only 3% down payment. FHA, you can buy a beat down home, get it completely renovated before you move in, only 3.5% down. HUDHomestore.com or .gov, $100 down payment for every home on that site. And all the homes on that site you can do a complete renovation on, and it's still only $100 down, except the condos. USDA, purchase a home in a rural territory, and you may be able to qualify for no money down payment. Residential is 1, 2, 3, or 4 units, but did you know you can buy a 6-unit? Duplex down 2 of the units, make it a huge 4-unit, and it's only 3.5% down with FHA 203K renovation. Want to convert a church? FHA 203K renovation and conventional will allow you to convert that.
Marvin Bush, the president's brother, and their cousin, Wirt Walker, were the principals of the company that was in charge of security for the World Trade Center. They don't, man, yeah.
The jaw-dropping coincidences kept piling up. I learned that Stratosec was a security company which used to be called Securicom, and they didn't just handle security for the World Trade Center complex. They had contracts with Dulles International Airport, from where Flight 93 departed, and United Airlines, accounting for most of the security breakdowns on 9/11. And another thing, Stratosec also handles security for Los Alamos National Labs, one of the only places on the planet that can produce the nanothermite found in the ground zero dust. The odds are pretty astonishing that one company can link so many vital elements of 9/11. But more astonishing is there's no mention of Stratosec or Securicom in the entire 567-page 9/11 Commission report.
Why is there not a word about the collapse of that building in the 911 Commission report?
We didn't see any evidence of the kind of thing you're talking about.
I didn't think this was something done by terrorists anymore, nor did I think this was done by any one man, even if a president. How does he get nanothermite? How does he get NORAD, the FAA, and our air defenses to look the other way? Or get access to the interior of all 3 towers? Or get 19 guys to kill themselves? Or get NIST and the 9/11 Commission to tank their investigations? Or keep the media quiet? Or keep a rival administration from exposing it? No, this seemed much bigger than even a president, and impossible for a man on the run. If someone like me with no budget or staff can find something clearly wrong with Building 7's collapse, how could an entire government commission fail to mention it in their report? Something big and strange was coming into view, seemingly coordinated and almost invisible, like 1,000 more puzzle pieces dumped out before me. I couldn't see the bigger picture yet, but I knew there was one, and it involved powerful elements of our world.
I mean, I've had encounters with ghosts. I have had one encounter with a ghost at a funeral home.
Talk to me.
It's called Kansas City Funeral Directors. They're over in Kansas City, Kansas, off of Shawnee Drive. We drop off bodies there. At this point in time, man, I'm working nights. I got the night shift. I was an action junkie. Like, I live for the action, so all the shit happens at night.
Mm-hmm.
So when we drop off bodies at these funeral homes, we got the garage code, security codes. Nobody's there but us and whoever in there laying in there dead. So I get to this funeral home, man. I put the key in. The top lock is locked. So I'm sitting there trying to get in the funeral home, can't get in. I call the funeral director. I'm like, man, listen, I'm here. The door is locked. And he's like, what do you mean the door is locked? You got the key to get in the door. I said, the top lock is locked. And he was like, it can't be locked because nobody don't got the key to lock the top lock, and the top lock can only be locked from the inside. I said, I'm telling you, the top lock is locked. So I take a picture of it and send it to him. Back then, that's when like the sidekicks that just came out, camera phones was just starting to get famous. So I take a picture, shoot it to him. And he's like, man, that can't be because I don't even have, it's my funeral. I ain't even got a lock to the key. I ain't got no key to that lock.
Mm-hmm.
So he like, man, well, I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to tell you how to go unlock it. This time, it's pitch black in this funeral home in the basement. So I walk around to the other side of the building. I'm in the dark. And I'm like, hey, like I'm on the phone with him because he's walking me through it. I'm like, man, I hear footprints upstairs. And he's like, oh, don't. He said, that's Hannah. Everything's fine. I said, Hannah? Who is Hannah? He's like, that's the ghost that live in the funeral home. He's like, she's real cool. He said, man, speaking of it, she's probably playing a prank and joking around, and she's the one who probably locked the door. Honest to God truth, man. I'm hearing this lady walk around and laughing upstairs, man. The whole time this is a damn ghost, man.
He just gonna say that to you so casually, like you just.
Yeah, but he say she do shit in the funeral home. She like move stuff around occasionally. Like they'll open the casket for the service that's supposed to happen in the morning. They'll get in there. She shut the casket down. The casket lid will be shut down. On the body is weird.
So what I don't understand is why wouldn't that be a thought in his head as far as the lock though? Like her.
I guess to be honest, I don't think he wanted to scare me.
Yeah. So after he told you that was her, that didn't scare you? You just went on about your business?
Yeah, shit. I just went on ahead. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. So typically, to this day, when I go to that funeral home, all the lights gotta be on. I leave the van running. I gotta be on the phone with my wife.
Yeah, I wouldn't be going back, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. For entertainment purposes, what I'm about to say is not true. I think the powers that be gonna cause that to happen. They're gonna let off something to cause those volcanoes to blow up, or it's not gonna be volcanoes. It's gonna be something they made, and you know it's just gonna go boom. Can't say what it is. For entertainment purposes, for YouTube's guidelines, and then it's gonna cause all the rest of that stuff to get going. But I think people always only focus on like California or the West Coast when it comes to earthquakes. As y'all seen, these earthquakes is all over the place, and I feel like they can set them off when they feel like it. And I feel like when they do, it's gonna be a domino effect. You know, y'all ever watch them videos where you line up the dominoes and you just knock them down and they all just start going in certain orders? That's what I feel like gonna happen. This for entertainment purposes, and like I said, it ain't gonna happen. It's for YouTube's guidelines. We just coming up with crazy ideas that, you know, y'all get where I'm getting at. It ain't true. Is that even real? Gotta be.
So they're saying the person that hit Tory Lanez up was of Mexican descent. And you already know, right now, that jail is on fire. And if it's not on fire, if it's locked down, when they get out of lockdown, it's up. It's really about to be a race war. I've seen reports saying that Tory got hit up 14 times. He got stabbed in his body, and he even got hit up in his head. So somebody on the West spoke to somebody in the jail, and they told exactly what happened. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this phone call right now. Listen to this.
This morning, brother, the Mex came out and bust on the boy Tory. You know, they airlifted him and all that, so you know, that's gonna respond. When we come off this shit, we're gonna respond
Listen.
the right way to that.
They laid the yard down?
No, it happened in the building.
What was it over? It was over some, did he have a debt, a gambling debt or something?
Nah, nothing like that. Shit, we don't even really know. We don't even know the whole situation, you know.
So it was just like some foul play. So it's finna be up.
Yeah, it did for sure with some foul play.
Damn, cuz. Wasn't nobody right there with him when it happened? Wasn't nobody right there with him?
Yeah, I guess nobody knows.
Reality is, every day that Tory in there, he is not safe. For a lot of y'all that don't know, y'all thinking this shit is some type of abnormal shit. Shit like that happens in there on a regular basis. People get hit up on a regular. The only reason you're hearing about it right now, you're hearing about the seriousness of it right now, because it's Tory Lanez. But on a regular basis, things like that happen there. It's a lot of people that don't like Tory. It's a lot of people that like Tory. But the reality to the fact is, nobody wants Tory to die in there. You're not promised to come home when you go to jail. You're not promised to come home after you're sentenced for a bid. It doesn't go like that. Many a times people have lost their life in these same situations. They said the boy was in critical condition. They stabbed boy in his lungs. He's breathing now. They said he was airlifted to the hospital. He could have lost his life, man. He could have lost his life, man. Let's hope he get home, man. Shit is not again.
Y'all, look what's going on in our skies at night.
In the sky.
Look at this shit.
It's starting to go all around you. I know.
Listen.
I have no clue with that. Because the sun has been set for a couple hours. No, that's not what a lunar eclipse looks like.
Look at this shit, y'all. Pay attention.
Oh, what's in front of it now?
No, it's got two dots on it now.
It's got... What is going on?
It's starting to cover it.
What is that? What the... There's not a cloud in the sky.
The moon just turned to two dots. Now, a lot of us forgot about this movie, but they were telling us, bro, that it's something that's going to come. And we're just all not going to be prepared or ready for that shit, yo.
Oh my God. If it's glue team, don't look up, bro.
And when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall fall upon them. This is getting very interesting. Talk about the logo in 1 minute.
To so many decades of conflict, finally it is within our grasp to reach the future that generations before us could only dream about. A land of peace, safety, harmony, opportunity.
And that sounds good, right? But the powers that be are purposefully trying to push into a revelation scenario. This logo, by the way, is 3 6s, just like the Large Hadron Collider, which has quite literally ousted themselves for doing alchemy and creating gold out of other materials. Alchemy. That was the goal of alchemy. And of course, it's no surprise at all. The program is called Alice. Get it? Alice? I'll have to do a video tomorrow decoding that. But back to Revelation and the obvious 666. To prove it's being pushed, I made this video talking about the Mahdi and how I showed you that he was a 3-letter and a 5-letter organization frontman. Go back and watch the video, they literally put him in place. both here in the US and over there in the Middle East. The Middle East, you get it? And they did this deal behind these people's back. Remember Zechariah 12-14, also in the latter days, last times revelation, when all the armies of the world circle these people right here. At the same exact time, giant earthquakes happening every single day all over the world. Right after the news said that West Coast is gonna have their top blown off in 10,000 earthquakes in one day. Nations against nations, kingdom against kingdoms, famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. But why are we having so many earthquakes? And why are we having so many solar flares? Do you know why? Famine, South Africa, GAZA, really all over the place.
You telling me you decided to build a bridge underneath water? Count me out. All I can think about is what if that tunnel flood? What if something in the ocean decide to crash into that bottom? What if it's a traffic jam underneath that motherfucker? I hope you know how to swim. What if the person in front of you run out of gas? Shit, what if you run out of gas yourself? I'm sure something like this has to have constant maintenance going to it, because it's not only one part of it that goes down in the water, but it looks like it's two. And depending on your speed, it could be a long time underwater or a short time. Count me out. Call me what you wanna, but just don't call me bro. And if you're having second thoughts about going underneath that motherfucker, take that long ass U-turn and take your ass back, which would probably be me. Like that space is so open you can see boats going across that motherfucker. That's how you truly know it's underneath water. Yeah, Chesapeake Bay will definitely not be on my list of travels. With just my luck, shit, how was they even able to build that mother underneath water? The world will never know.
So this Tory Lanez shit.
Shoutouts, hey, that's my second home. VA, Norfolk State, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Hampton. Man, shout out to all, bro, the whole DMV, bro, my second home. I got, man, crazy love for y'all. Y'all helped shape me. I was a typical person who had never left his area. None of that. Got a chance to see what it was like out there, bro. Y'all changed my whole life, my whole perspective, my whole outlook. Bro, I got to see the world was bigger than the street that I lived on. I'll never forget Virginia, bro. Virginia, I'm telling you, it's my second home. I gotta shout y'all out, bro. I love the culture, I love the vibe, I love everything about the DMV. Shout out to the DMV, bro.
Story gets deeper and deeper. If she's lying, should she go to jail for this? It's crazy how an innocent man gets stabbed 14 times. Think about it. But she's out free. Everything that takes place in this matrix is just another ritual. These people are being sacrificed. Everything that look good is not really good. And I'm not speaking about her. I'm speaking about the entertainment business. I want people to understand this. We are in 2025, which is the year of the snake. How many people notice that every time you see Megan, you see a serpent? You want to know more about the snake year? These are the dates. Check them out. And when you look at these dates, please do research. Something major always happens. You give these people a little bit of money, a little bit of fame, a little attention, and they just sell a soul like that. They made this woman do all these rituals dealing with the serpent or the snake. But what they tell her is this: once you do these rituals, what goes around comes around. The serpent represents the Ouroboros, the snake eating his own tail. She told so many tales that it's coming full surface. They be sacrificing their whole spirit just for video, entertainment. Look at me. Look what I accomplished. You didn't really accomplish nothing. What you did was you sold your spirit. Yes, you can sell your spirit. What I mean by selling your spirit is this: everything in this universe is a loop. Reincarnation is a real thing. That's what the serpent is telling us. 2025, happy Chinese New Year, the snake. And you wonder why China and USA is having these trade wars. That's because it's their new year. The serpent, she just played herself because they don't understand what these rituals be about. You know how when you was young and you tell a lie, your parents would say, stop telling tales. It's just connected to the serpent eating his own tail. Tales. If you want to know more about these topics, you can always book a one-on-one session with me. Or you can check out my ebook. Everything is in my profile.
Y'all see it. Book with him if you want to.
Have y'all seen this yet?
Apparently, this guy came across the real Kanye West sitting down on a bench in downtown Los Angeles looking completely out of it. I mean, y'all, there's no denying it. This dude absolutely looks like Kanye West. He looks like he's just in a sunken place, just like the movie Get Out told him. Do y'all remember what B.O.B. said?
Certain black leaders get replaced, and all of a sudden they switch up and they doing shit that they preached against. They spent their whole legacy preaching against some shit, and then all of a sudden they cool with it. That's why you don't never see these niggas. There's certain niggas you just never see in public. You don't never see these niggas in public. And they either kill them or replace them, or they fake their death. They go and hide it. I'm telling y'all, like, I know, like, I study this shit. I know this shit. I'm not even saying it on cocky shit, but it's just the truth. Like, that's what the fuck is going on. From politics to hip hop music to rock music. Call me crazy. I got lots of friends in the industry who I can't talk to no more. Can't even get them on the phone. Call them from where I've been at. Nigga, I've been here. So it's all connected. But they're not gonna talk about this shit. They gonna run a Bob Flat Earth headline probably.
You see, this is not far-fetched at all, y'all. Just like they be telling us in these movies. Hold on, does he have Yeezys on? Hold on. But yeah, there's a reason why they put this in these movies, because they're telling us truth in plain sight. And in the fact it took this long to find the real Kanye, you know, just like how this industry Kanye goes missing and then he appears, you know what I'm saying? It goes to show you the real Kanye is really a magician. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
Now I know the comment section, y'all be going crazy talking about conscious juice be reaching. I know sometimes he do. And I love conscious juice. Shout out to conscious juice. But that ain't no reach, bro. That right there look like yay. And do y'all remember he used to wear those, he made those hoodies lightweight hot. To me, he did. In like 2013, 2014, man, Ye always ran the wave of fashion, setting trends. How y'all feel about that clip?
It's not just bad people that the dogs are detecting. They are detecting literal demons walking amongst us inhumans. And I'll prove it. Since the beginning of time, people have always suspected that animals, including dogs, can see spiritual things like demons. Check out this spooky story. Years ago when I was about 14 years old, I played with the Ouija board with a couple of friends. We asked for signs and questions of that nature. Needless to say, it gave signs. That night I went home. I sat down after warming up my dinner with my back to the window with my dog, a mixed Scottish Terrier at my feet. All of a sudden my dog was slightly growling, and when I looked down at him, he was not looking at me, but looking over my left shoulder past me towards the window. His growl got louder and he bared his teeth. I was getting scared myself because I didn't know why he was acting like that. All of a sudden his hair stood up straight. At that very moment, I remember getting chills all over. That's a pretty normal thing when you encounter demons, you get chills. I stood halfway up quickly and looked back at the window. What I saw almost dropped me with fear. I saw a face with an elongated nose, defined protruding cheeks, and a pointed chin with a grin that was exaggerated. I jumped away from the table as my dog lunged with a fierceness as he was going to fight another dog. He leaped past me bearing his canines and barking, but the bark was deep and intense. I looked back and the demon was gone. But we don't have just stories of dogs seeing demons today. You know, in the 1st century and before that in Rome, they used to unalive dogs for that exact purpose. And of course, history covers up the motive of these things because they don't want you to think the spiritual world is real. In ancient Rome religion, there was a ritual called supplica canum, or punishment of the dogs, where live dogs were something by being suspended from a stake or cross. Because to the Romans, the demons were their god, so they didn't like when people called them out. And you can also find art with dogs that are glowing. Does this mean every time a dog barks there's a demon? No. But to be honest, there are demons everywhere, much more than the world can perceive or even understand. And speaking of dogs, well, never mind, we don't have the time.
This is mind-blowing and something to think about. Do you ever think about what happens to the bodies after you leave a funeral procession? Why do I ask? Because there's a viral video that's going around where a guy explains how he allegedly believes, because of the weight of some of the caskets, that there are no bodies in them. So this gentleman right here claims that while he was on his side gig of digging graves, he's seen things that have led him to believe that there are no bodies inside the caskets. So basically, while he was digging a grave, the cemetery director walked over to him and said, "Hey, we need to dig up that grave." So he went ahead and they dug up the casket. Upon digging up the casket, it came up uneven, a little crooked, sideways is what he says, like it didn't have enough weight in it. So after that, the funeral director told him it should be lifted up manually. So they went ahead, they lifted it up manually, and that's when he felt that it wasn't heavy enough, and he said to himself, "I don't think there's a body inside this." So he basically asked, "Why is this casket so light?" The funeral director turned to him and said, "Don't ask questions that you're not ready for." One thing I want you to think about now that this story has come to light and you never thought about it, I never thought about it, there are 144,000 cemeteries across the US as of 2025. One question you should be asking is, when was the last time you seen them build a new cemetery? So of course I went and did some digging. Why haven't you seen new cemeteries being built? Here is what came up when I searched for it. Land availability. They are building like crazy all over the United States. Therefore, where are you going to put cemeteries? Increased land costs. But funerals cost an arm and a leg. Excuse the pun. Environmental concerns. Alternate burial options and grave recycling. You heard what I said. Grave recycling. There is a such thing. In some cases, cemeteries are expanding their capacity by reusing burial spaces through a practice called grave recycling. So the question remains, with so many people across the United States, people pass away every day, every minute. What's going on with the bodies? Where are they going? Are you thinking about this? Is it something that I've never thought about this until I listened to that viral video, and I'm starting to say, Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
See, I can't say I haven't seen a new cemetery out here in Sac. Because when I was teaching, next to the school was a cemetery. Crazy shit, right? Next to the school was a cemetery. And they was actually starting to build and expand it. So I can't say that. And I remember him expanding it. When I was a kid, it wasn't expanding. Actually, when I was a kid, it was just across the street. When I started teaching and I went back to that school, it was like on the across the street now, and they were expanding it. So I can't say I haven't seen a new one. And then there's one that I used to go to, and I can't even say it publicly, but my great grandmother and a lot of my homies is in this certain cemetery. If you from Sac, y'all know. Like, y'all follow me on the gram, like, y'all know, like, where our homies get buried at. And he was buried at this certain, at this certain cemetery, they did expand that one as well. From when I was a kid, all the way until now. When I still go visit certain sites, certain graves that I know, some of my peoples, they expanded it. They expanded it. So I can't say that. I don't know about y'all's states and cities, but in mine, I do know they expanded our cemetery. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I never really thought of this question either until we started taking that dive, and not this video, but it was another one when we were talking about the fast food, like Soylent Green. When we start talking about that movie and y'all lace me up with that, that's when I start having these questions. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions.
It's starting, y'all, or something like that. Something is going on in New South Wales. This guy went to the bank to try to withdraw some money, I don't know what he asked for in undisclosed amount, but the cops were called and he was taken out of there and forced. This guy y'all see that he was on a rampage. People said he was going crazy, throwing things around the bank. They proceeded to handcuff him, dragged him outside, put his leg together, and threw him in the back of the paddy wagon.
Like a rainbow man. Oh shit. That's the best. Look at all these pigs. I went to get my money and I get my money.
You know, I do remember that video coming out talking about how the UK, the United Kingdom, is going to start treating white men differently. I don't know if this is part of the new act, y'all, but things are getting crazy out here. You know, nobody was supporting the police, but nobody was doing anything to help the man either. And this is not the first time I've heard of this. I've heard before that people would go to the bank and try to withdraw a large amount of cash, and this would be a problem. Like, they would have to get managers involved and bigger people. Cause sometimes it's ridiculous. It's your money. You know what I'm saying? Like J.G. Wentworth said, it's my money. You know, I need it now. But yeah, y'all, things are kicking up. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
Look like some kind of a tent. What the hell? Ain't no way that tent. Ain't no way. Get out, Lisa!
What was the chances of him filming that whole thing?
This right here is living proof that when the universe wants something gone, then there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Look at this road here in Collins, Georgia. Last year, it got wiped out by a massive flood. They just fixed it. They recently opened it, y'all. And now look at this. Yesterday, it got wiped out again by another massive flood. God was like, nah, this shift is not over. Did you guys see this monstrosity in Oklahoma? So there are 8 other houses that are on the other side, and the people are trapped. They can't get to the side, y'all. This is where the other side is where civilization is. The other 8 houses, the people are trapped. This is crazy.
1322 in Blanchard, washed away due to flooding. You can see there once was a pond here. Now that's gone. There's even fish lying here. The roadway about 150 feet.
Yo, that's crazy, man. Nature is so powerful. And then look at this one in St. Louis, y'all.
This is beyond crazy. St. Louis is getting crazy. My homeboy said he hit this pothole the other day and he came out and bathed. No bullshit. Hey,
yo, that's crazy. All these holes happening. Yo, the planet is talking. These holes are happening all over the world. The planet is talking. And, you know, this 3D matrix is collapsing right in front of us, y'all. The shift is here, like we're telling y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get this shift. It's here. Peace in.
What if this could be a far-fetched what if, or reaching ass what if? What if the potholes are sinking because they've been doing so many resets and they've been mud flooding too much to the point where it's gonna cave in? Like we say, anything man-made has an everything has an expiration date. But anything man-made gonna malfunction. It's gonna need maintenance. It's gonna break and you gotta fix it. What if that's the case? And that's why we seeing all these sinkholes and potholes. And I'm just asking, or what if it's just time for the surface level to understand that there's an inner earth and there's more land past the ice walls? I'm just asking questions. Y'all let me know if I'm reaching here.
Things are really heating up in Qatar, y'all. Now, I heard of putting misters outside and even umbrellas, just like, you know, Saudi Arabia. But Qatar has took it to the next level and have installed air conditioning into their streets, y'all. Yes, they literally dug holes in there, put AC vents, and it's blowing cold air out. Check this video out.
We're walking, and it's so hot out here. And all of a sudden, we got on the streets, and we're like, why is it so cold? Like 20-degree temperature difference. So much colder. So we checked the vents, and they're blowing. So
they're blowing cold air.
Air conditioned the street. The whole street has vents on it.
That's crazy, y'all. The whole street's got vents everywhere. They've also created these little gazebos on top of the vents, so when the cold air hits the vents, it traps the cold air, so around that area really stays cool, y'all. You heard her, a 20 degree difference. She's probably reaching a little bit, but still, that's a huge difference. So what these people are calling, you know, climate change or climate crisis is basically the return of the second sun, the real sun, which is the black ethereal sun. That's why the planet is heating up. This is the heartbeat of the earth. She is rising, y'all. The planet is becoming alive and is basically cleaning up. But yes, y'all, this thing is only going to intensify. You have everybody is saying it. Even ChatGPT is telling you that the sun is only going to intensify. Like we told y'all, the shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
I ain't gonna lie, the sun been sunning lately. I've been feeling it.
This man found a portal on a mountain and almost walked into it. Watch this.
Okay. This is gonna sound insane. I am off trail hiking, about a mile off the trail, just kind of meandering through the trees, and I almost walked right through these two trees, and I got a feeling, and I stopped dead in my tracks. Let me show you the two trees right here.
If he walked through this, we might not have ever seen this guy again. Some would call this a fade trap.
Alright, so I'm actually on the back side of this, I guess you would say, because let me show you where I am. The mountain kind of drops off right down here. And so I came from the road up there all the way down and have been meandering along the mountainside right here and almost walked through these two trees right here.
Mm-hmm. People do it all the time and are never seen again.
I don't know what I believe in when it comes to portals, but I can tell you that I'm not going to walk in between these two trees. What if I vanish out here and you guys never see me?
Stay weird.
Damn, is this earth really flat or is it round? I ain't been trying to have this conversation, but let's have it now. They really saying this a ice wall around this flat plane, and it's a firmament above so you can fly beyond a plane. They say the moon landed fake, so NASA must be lying. They say they got the planet's images from the bottom of a frying pan. They say NASA in Hebrew, it mean deceive. So they make this fake ass weather, I don't know what to believe. They say Katy Perry going to space with a lie. How the hell you open the damn shuttle from the inside? It's so much fake images, I don't know what the earth looks like. Let me go up in space so I can see it with my own eyes. They say water is above, as above, so below. It's another earth under us when you get to the ocean floor. And there's other land masses way beyond the ice walls. Why the hell they keep lying about this shit? Y'all need to stop. If you've been to space before, let me know if it's flat around. Cause they did Operation Fistful trying to blow the sky up. Wow, yeah I know, it's a firmament and y'all can't get out. If somebody think the earth is flat around and send us to them now.
I hope that clip can stay in. As Sarcastic can see, y'all know when he get on here and get the rapping, man, I hope that clip can stay in here. But how y'all feeling about today's lineup though? How y'all feeling? Man, let me know, spam it up. I feel like today's rollout was fire. I feel like y'all sent me some dope ass clips. As always, Collective always pulling up, man. Y'all always dropping some fire shit, dropping gems, teaching me some new things. And I swear, I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all for real. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. Until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know